So I did want to show you just kind of a newer feature. I think it came out in the spring, but I know most cases, each year we go over here and we create a new class. And that's great. We also were told by Mike to go up here and to archive our old classroom, right? So we were told to archive our old class, which I have to do. I haven't archived all my old ones from other years. I did I did do the fourth quarter, but I didn't do all my old ones. But what does that mean is your archive classrooms will show up. If you scroll down to the way bottom and you go into archive classes, it has all your archive classes here, right? Which is nice because then you can reuse them and you can kind of get some information from them. But if you go into your current classes and if you go over to the toggle, there is a newer feature now where it says to copy. So you can copy your last year's classroom. And to me, this is more helpful than creating a new class. I feel like I worked kind of hard on my Google Classrooms. So I did go ahead and copy my fourth quarter classes from last year. And I just wanted to show you what it looks like. So if you go into I just went over to my old classroom. So if it's archived, you just go into your archive class. It should be archived. So if you go into your archived class, right, this is archived, hit the toggle and say copy. Okay, so it's going to copy your class. You can call it, like you might want to call it 2021 quarter one, grade six computer apps, right? Um, so then I'm going to hit copy. And then it's going to show up in my main class. It takes a minute. I had done it before just so it wouldn't waste time. I'm sorry. But I just wanted to show you how to do an archive class. Okay, so then if I go back to my main classes here, it shows up, right? And this is what it looks like. So the copies look like this. Um, if you go in classwork, all your old assignments are saved as drafts. Kind of cool, right? So I like it because I did work hard on these and I spent some time kind of doing it. It's convenient, everything's right there, right? So I think it's helpful. It copies your topics, it copies my icons that I use. So I feel like it's helpful. So if I go down here, if I wanted to reuse this, right, I could click on it. It'll show me what I have, or I can click over here to edit it, right? So I can go in here, EDU, welcome to class, and start a first marking period, right? So I edited it already. I messed up in the video. So I'm going to say first marking period. And if you remember, right, you can assign it to whatever classes you want. You can assign it to specific students. You can schedule it. You could save it as a draft if you don't want to post it yet. But I'm going to go ahead and assign it, right? And it will show up assigned. So you can go into any one that you've done. Here's another one I've done. It's so helpful because everything's right there. And if you think about it, what I usually do is I go into create and I reuse a post and I have to go into my old classroom. So I have to go down to my archived old class, right? And I have to find it on my list of classes, right? Um, and then I have to find the post and I have to click on it. So to me, this is so much more helpful rather than, I love the reusing post, don't get me wrong. It was so helpful, but this is even more helpful because the post is there and then I can go ahead and edit. And if I don't want the post at all, I can either leave it there or I could delete it. You can move it around. You can do whatever, right? It's there. You don't have to kind of find it. So to me, this is a little more helpful than the reuse post option to copy your whole class, especially if you've spent some time on it. But anyway, I find that super helpful and I hope you do too.